What's up, guys? Welcome back to another incredibly Lord video. Oops. Sorry about all this. As we Traveler's Tales, thank you for releasing the Hobbit game. It might look amazing. It hasn't been released yet, so don't think I'm talking like in the future. Like I've already played the game. I have not. So, it's time to talk about my predictions of the Hobbit. Desolation of Smaug. I'm really excited for the film. I have not seen it. And I have multiple predictions. I hope you all learn something about Lord of the Hobbit. And it's a problem I've been having during the film. So it just needs to load, and then I will assess the lore. I will be playing as characters only in the Hobbit. Include Bilbo, Glorin, Gandalf, Radagast, and Legolas, because he is in the movie. So why don't I get started with it? Okay, so based on where the last one ended, it ended in a perfect spot. I was fine with where it ended. I just don't like Azog, and I know you're like, Azog, why? He wasn't in the book. He didn't make sense. It just was terrible. And then explain where Gandalf is going is not the smartest idea, because that's mystery. That's what I liked about the book. If you're wondering, my voice is cracking because I already had to chat long with Once Upon a Time, which you can check out thing in my Peter Pan's flight, Captain Hook's ship thing. As I was saying, I was very disappointed in the film, how much it didn't have to offer. And I mean, come on, I'm gonna start with Gandalf the Grey, and let's just show off his gameplay and things I have wrong. Sorry, I have to get used to the controls. Okay, so my problem with it, what I believe my hypothesis is that it's just going to be another, he's after it, and Peter Jackson isn't doing a good job. Based on what I've seen, Legolas is falling in love, which, believe me, I don't mind. It's a love story this time. I don't find The Hobbit a love story. I'm sorry. I might as well switch you out. With Radagast. Oh! God. I don't mind Radagast. I mean, he was kind of stupid. I didn't like how he was in the Hobbit film because I remember he had nothing to do with the book. I didn't mind Radagast. He was okay, I guess. I wasn't a huge fan of Radagast, and it's mostly because he looks like a hippie. And Peeta, and I'm scared of Peeta, they look messed up. I'm gonna head to Rivendell, just for fun of it. So, my theories are that they're gonna focus, okay, Smaug. The Desolation of Smaug could be good. The only problems I would have with it if they ruined the Mirkwood scene. The Mirkwood, I love that point from the book. To me, it showed where Bilbo was. And aha, I shall throw you now. So this is just Chief on Gandalf. Kung Fu fighting. So I believe they're focusing too much on the elves, and that's why I'm crying. Because the Elf King, Thranduil, is the correct way to pronounce it. He is not helpful. He didn't help them. He just put them in prison. And so on and so on. Thus, I did not like it. Might as well just view what I got. Micro builds. Anywho, my problem with it, and I know you're all going to be complaining, like, why do you have a problem with this? Lord of the Rings. I don't feel like I'm loving it, because Peter Jackson, you just want to make more money. Don't lie. You're just kind of admitting it, and that is why I'm kind of upset with you, Peter Jackson. You're not actually putting the time and effort you need to actually put effort in this movie. Okay, Desolation of Smaug, as I was continuing, I'm playing as Bilbo now. You should not, and I quote, do not focus on the elves, because that would kind of ruin it. I could lose Azog, but as long as you don't ruin the movie. What I'm trying to say is that they should not end it end. Notice I'm saying end it. They should not end the film with Smaug's death. Because that, I mean, is just kind of stupid. Showing Glon, he's one of the dwarves on the adventure. Because there's nothing else to work with. My point exactly, if you have not read the book, the Battle of the Five Kingdoms is so painfully long, and I don't think Peter Jackson could do it well. It's just simple. It can be summed up really quick. Maybe a battle for 30 minutes, then something huge happens. You could at least wait longer. But don't kill Smaug in this one. And please don't leave the comments until like tomorrow, Sunday, because I haven't seen the film yet. I don't want you to be saying Smaug probably dies, because I don't want him to die. Smaug should not die in this film. Reason why? Because there's nothing left to work with. There's sadly nothing left to work with. What if I just let you die? You draw. Sorry, I was just having fun. So, anywho. Okay, Peter Jackson, you can do well. Just... Okay, do not kill... crap. Do not kill Smaug. Don't ruin Bjorn. Don't ruin any of it. I know you're like, you're kind of nerd blocking them. Well, there's nothing left to work with. If you kill him, I'm safely saying you have nothing left to work with. You have nothing left to work with if you kill Smaug this early on. You have nothing to work with in the next film. Bjorn, you should not ruin. Bjorn was a great moment. The Bear Man, he should just be played by him. And he should have been in the first part, because that would be a nice part to end. And then the Forest of Mirkwood. I hope they don't ruin the elves, because based on what I saw, they do take through the barrels, but somehow he gets help. And I'm just saying that's kind of stupid. Anywho, I'm just currently playing as Legolas. Just thought I'd show him off. Okay, apparently Legolas is different. Apparently he's trying to fall in love with Thranduil. That's not her name. Cedril, I don't know how to pronounce it based on what I saw the casting. I don't want them to ruin Bard. And it looks okay based on when I first saw the first trailer. I'm like, yes, they're following the books. But no, Peter Jackson has taken a terrible turn, and I hope he does not ruin it. Enough said. Bjorn, they should not ruin. The Mirkwood elves, okay, I can live with that, but do not ruin them. I read online that there's a Battle of Delgor, and I don't think there should be a Battle of Delgor. Azog, okay, Azog, you shouldn't have added. He has nothing to do with the Hobbit. I like the Smeagol battle. You actually made the most, because I had to play my toiletries, so I wouldn't miss a thing, and I knew when to skip it. And you actually made the riddles in the dark interesting. I actually enjoyed it. Too bad you put Mama Jude and Honey Boo Boo in. I'm talking about the Goblin King. It's pretty bad you can go into their bedrooms. That's what I was saying. You should not ruin one part of it. You should not ruin. I mean, you're ruining a nerd Bible, essentially. About how different races of men, different races can mate. And I don't like how people are thinking that it's just a cheap clone of Lord of the Rings. It came first because of the new fellowship, blah, blah, blah. I actually liked The Hobbit better. The book. It was short, sweet. I love Thorin. I was sad when he died. You can kind of tell he was going to die. With spoilers if you have not read the book. Thorin dies. Just fact. You have nothing to work with. And there will be spoilers. You have nothing. I should have mentioned it earlier. You have nothing to work with, Peter Jackson, if you kill Smaug. Why are there monkeys? Anywho, you have nothing to work with. All you have left is Bilbo giving away the Arkenstone to Bard, and this huge war that doesn't think it could last 3 hours. And then what do you have left to work with? I'm sorry, I can change to an orc, because orcs are actually in the movie. I actually think I can... I can get away with Sauron of the Second Age. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Holy crap. Okay, okay, I'm switching. Oh, I'm gonna switch to Legolas, so I don't get hit. Anyway, I'm gonna play as Bilbo for a little bit. They're just minding their own business. Anyway, you should not end it, because you have nothing left to work with. Smaug's death, okay, I can go with that. You can end with that. Desolation of Smaug should end with Bilbo finding out his weakness, and that it. But I think Peter Jackson's not going to do that. He's focusing too much on the elves. I believe, based on the trailer I saw, that Thorin is starting to go into greed. And that is why it's too early. I was upset when Thorin died, and I don't want him to die. I didn't like him to die. But it's just fact. He dies. So, what I should believe that Peter Jackson, hopefully you're watching this, I hope not, but what you should be doing is not kill Smaug. I know it's a bit late, but don't kill Smaug. I mean, I'll put a video maybe Sunday or something when I'm done seeing the film to see if my speculations are correct. Do not ruin Bjorn. I think they're going to focus too much on the elves. And don't add Zog. I mean, it's kind of stupid. Don't do the whole Recromancer thing, which they're already focusing on. Apparently, Gandalf's in a cage at one point, and I'm just watching it based on the trailer. And based on the sneak peek I saw, if you slow down, there's an arrow heading for Smaug, and they should not end it there. And I like the whole thing about, like, the King of Carbon Mountain. And Smaug has no equal. I like the Bilbo kissing up to him. That's an iconic part. But if he gets caught, that's not going to work, because based on the stuff I've seen, he caught him. And that's what I'm just saying. I hope they don't ruin Bjorn, because based on the labels that he battles orcs. That was never in the book. And I'm not really okay with that. I like my movies being different from the book, but not, like, entirely different. I was fine with Harry Potter. I mean, you could tell there was some missing. Like, talking about the daughter. I guess I'll just show Bilbo close up. So, Bilbo looks, and here's Legolas. He looks a lot different in The Hobbit. But I don't want them to ruin The Hobbit. They are screwed it up a little bit. I'm saying that in the best way possible. I can get away with this because the ring rats are in it. Ooh, the ring rats. They're actually in it. The Nazgûl are in The Hobbit. And I can get away with it because their blade is in it. And I like the faux hammer thing. I like how the goblins were afraid of it. And it could work. But don't ruin Bilbo. Let there be Sting. Let Sting have his moments. Let the flies fly overhead. And don't ruin it with Smaug's death. I know you're like, don't ruin Smaug's death. What should they not? What should they do right? I believe it's not. You should have stopped the first Hobbit. I know he's probably just gonna. It was originally gonna be 2 movies. Stop it when they get to Bjorn's. Logical thing to do. They should have stopped it when they got to Bjorn, because there's nothing really left to work with. You're already halfway into it. And then part 2 should have been Mirkwood. Sorry, the elves going to the lake town, having the feast, and then I forgot to mention that have the feast. I don't think they're gonna do that because I think the father died in the movie. I'm just going on speculation.